Hi, my name is Joshua Brown from the interview training company howtobecome.com, and in this presentation I will teach you how to pass your Microsoft Teams interview. So if you have a Microsoft Teams interview coming up for any role with any organization, then please make sure you watch this video from start to finish, because I'm going to help you to stand out and succeed. To achieve that goal, this is what I'll cover. I'll start off by giving you 7 very important tips for preparing for a Microsoft Teams interview. I'll give you a list of Microsoft Teams interview questions that I strongly recommend you prepare for. I'll also provide you with example high-scoring answers to those questions to help you to succeed, and I'll also make sure to give you some essential tips for passing your MS Teams interview before finally telling you how you can download further resources including all the answers to help you to prepare. And just very quickly, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because I want to help you to pass your Microsoft Teams interview and get the job of your dreams, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. And please don't forget to hit that like button too, because this tells me you find these tutorials useful. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at the 7 brilliant tips for Microsoft Teams interviews that are guaranteed to get you noticed. So tip number 1 for your Microsoft Teams interview is to download the Microsoft Teams software the day before your interview takes place and familiarize yourself with the platform. This is crucial. A lot of applicants download the MS Teams program just before their interview, but they quickly discover that they must create an account in order to use it, and they can't get it to work on time. You will not succeed in your Microsoft Teams interview if you are not prepared before your interview begins, since this shows a lack of forethought and planning. Make sure you test the sound and double check your microphone settings when you download the Microsoft Teams platform. The last thing you want to happen during your interview is for you to be unable to hear the interviewer, or for them not to be able to hear you either. So Microsoft Teams interview tip number 2 is to wear a professional outfit. Now, even though a Microsoft Teams interview isn't face-to-face in the traditional sense, you still need to make a good first impression. Wearing a professional suit, such as a shirt, a jacket and a tie, conveys to the interviewer that you have high standards and that you sincerely want the job. It doesn't set a good example if you can't be bothered to dress professionally for your Microsoft Teams interview. Okay, tip number 3 for your Microsoft Teams interview is check your background and the lighting. Now, you must assess your background and what's behind you before you begin with your Microsoft Teams interview. Now remember, the recruiting manager can see your background too. Does it appear professional? Is it sufficiently light? Or does it appear to be drab and disorganized or unprofessional? Now, in a Microsoft Teams interview, first impressions are crucial. So pay attention to the little things, since they really do matter. Oh, and try not to sit in front of a window, as the bright light from outside will cast your face in shadow and the interviewer won't be able to see you properly. So the next Microsoft interview tip is make sure you choose a quiet location for your Microsoft Teams interview that is free from distractions. Now, you need to make sure your room is quiet. And don't forget to ask anyone else in your home to refrain from bothering you until it's done. Pets should not be allowed inside the room if you have any, because the last thing that you need during the interview is for your cat or dog to jump up on the table. Now, the next Microsoft Teams interview tip is go online 10 minutes before the MS Teams interview starts. Now, this is really important, because logging onto the Microsoft Teams platform 10 minutes before your interview starts is going to be an excellent approach to demonstrate to the interviewer that you are completely prepared for your interview. Now, if you sign in ahead of time, you may test the program out once more before, and you can fix any lingering issues and calm yourself before the interview actually begins. Okay, Microsoft Teams interview tip number 6 is this. Charge your laptop, computer or device before the Microsoft Teams interview, and make sure that there is a strong internet connection. Now, the recruiting manager conducting your Microsoft Teams interview will almost certainly have a reliable internet connection. Therefore, it's your responsibility if the internet goes out or you lose connectivity during your interview. This is not what you want to happen. Make sure the place where you conduct the Microsoft Teams interview has good Wi-Fi or internet signal. That's really important. Okay, the final tip, tip number 7 for your Microsoft Teams interview is lots of people ask me this on my channel. Joshua, how do I introduce myself at the start of a video interview? Well, the best thing to do is this. When the interview comes online, you simply need to hold your hand up and say, "Hello, my name is Joshua, pleased to meet you." That's all you need to say. The interviewer will then introduce themselves and explain what will happen during the interview. Now this leads me on perfectly to the first Microsoft Teams interview question and high scoring answer that I want to share with you to help you get your interview off to a flying start. And that question is, tell me about yourself. So this is going to be the first interview question that you get asked, and it's your opportunity to talk about the skills and qualities that you have, not your home life or your personal life. Instead, you need to focus on your passion for this job role and how you're going to add value to the organization in the job role itself. And this is so important. So make sure you download the job description and focus on telling them how your skills match. It's really, really important that you do this because that job description is your blueprint for answering these questions and scoring highly at the interview. Now make sure you use power words such as loyal, commercially aware, enthusiastic, positive, motivated. These words will resonate positively with the hiring manager, and a really good tip here is you can find the exact words that you need to say on the job description itself. So for example, if on the job description they state that they're looking for someone who is a team worker, someone who's hardworking and professional, then make sure you use those exact words throughout your Microsoft Teams interview. So here's a great example answer to help you get off to a flying start at your job interview. Tell me about yourself. Here we go. Thank you for inviting me to be interviewed for this position today. Throughout my career to date, I have developed a variety of transferable skills and experience that I believe will enable me to excel in this role. I am someone who is industrious, positive, hardworking, and I always strive to maintain the highest of standards at all times. I consider myself to have an impressive track record of achievement. For example, in my previous role, I was praised by my supervisor for helping the company to find ways to increase sales by improving customer service standards. I have a proven track record of working alone and as part of a team, with excellent communication and people skills. I am a confident person via telephone and also via digital communication. This will enable me to communicate with clarity to both clients, customers, and all interested parties. I truly believe that if you hire me, you will quickly see a positive return on your investment. Now outside of work, I'm driven by my family, who are fully supportive of my career and the potential shift work that comes with the job. I enjoy hobbies, such as going to the gym where I can maintain healthy fitness and concentration levels. If you employ me in this position, I'll be a reliable, driven and customer-focused employee who'll be proud to work for your organisation and deliver excellent customer service and value to your clients. Wow, what a powerful way to answer that opening interview question, tell me about yourself, or sometimes it's phrased as introduce yourself. So let's now take a look at the next Microsoft Teams interview question, which is, why do you want to leave your current job? That's a really tricky question. So make sure when answering this interview question that you're always positive about your former employer, about your former management, and your former work colleagues. This is really, really important. If you were a hiring manager, who would you hire? The candidate who's negative in their answers or the candidate who is positive in their answers? Okay, here is a great example answer to help you. Why do you want to leave your current job? Here we go. I want to leave my current employer because I'm ready for a change and I want to take on a new challenge that will allow me to put my abilities and talents to good use. Working with my current employer has been a great experience for me. They've helped me succeed in my role and we've accomplished a lot together. However, I would like to work in a different setting for an exciting, forward-thinking firm with big plans for the future, where I can contribute to the team and eventually assist the company to realise its objectives. Now don't go anywhere as I still have more interview questions and answers to give you, but when you're ready, click that link in the top right hand corner. It will take you through to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can download my 21 Microsoft Teams interview questions and answers in a PDF guide. It's designed for all job roles with any organisation and it's there to give you an edge in your interview. Okay, let's take a look at the next Microsoft Office Teams interview question, which is, what are your strengths? So again, for this answer, make sure you focus on the job description. This is your blueprint to the skills and qualities that they are looking for. So make sure in your answer that the strengths match those listed on the job description, that blueprint for the role. Your answer should provide evidence on where you've demonstrated those strengths in previous work roles or within your education if you have no prior experience. And make sure that you come across as relatable and genuine in your answer. So here's a great example answer to help you. What are your strengths? Here we go. I believe I can bring a number of positive qualities to this position, but one of my main strengths is that I am commercially aware, which means that in order for the company to accomplish its goals and to grow as a company, I must perform to a high standard and meet all of the company's objectives, whether financial or otherwise. I put my clients first in all that I do. I am a dependable person and someone who is loyal. I'm looking for a job with the same company for a long time, and when representing this company, I will always be a positive role model. I recognise that change is a crucial component to business's growth, and I am someone whose strength is to embrace change and would always encourage others to do so as well. I am the type of person who is accountable for my own personal and professional growth. I believe this distinguishes me from other candidates since I'm constantly striving to grow and expand my skills. My supervisor, for example, noted in a previous performance review that my negotiation abilities may be further improved. So I decided to explore and enroll in an online negotiation course on my own. I also brought a handful of well-regarded negotiation books from Amazon. After finishing the course and reading these books, I devised a strategy to put my new skills to use that I'd gained into practice as soon as possible. My boss mentioned that she had witnessed a marked improvement and praised me for taking a positive approach, for taking on board the feedback and developing my own skills further. Now that's a really good answer to that interview question, what are your strengths? Because not only did I demonstrate the strengths that I have and the ones that I felt matched the job role in the job description, I also demonstrated how I take it upon myself to further develop myself continuously, and I'm always on top of my own professional development. So that's a really good answer to that Microsoft Teams interview question, what are your strengths? But the next question that's also often asked during a Microsoft Teams interview is possibly one of the hardest, and that is, what is your biggest weakness? Now do not say that you are a perfectionist. Nearly everyone does this during their Microsoft Teams interview, and it's not going to score you any marks. In fact, it may even make you fail, as it's unrealistic and shows the interviewer you can't recognise your own areas of needed improvement. So instead, provide a weakness that is genuine, but one that is not a match for the job description. So always turn your weakness into a positive, or show that this is an area where you are taking it upon yourself to improve upon. So here is a great example answer to help you. What is your biggest weakness? My biggest weakness is that I find it difficult to speak in front of large groups of people at times. Public speaking can be intimidating for me, and it's not something I'm naturally comfortable with. However, this is an area in which I'm eager to grow and improve. I recently acquired Dale Carnegie's The Art of Public Speaking on Amazon, which is a top-rated public speaking book. This has already had a significant impact on my confidence while speaking to large gatherings of people. However, I recognise I still have a way to go before I'm fully comfortable in this area. Also, if there are any possibilities to cultivate public speaking skills inside this organisation, such as making group presentations, I would love to take full advantage of them to challenge myself and improve my public speaking skills further. So in preparation for your Microsoft Teams interview, I also recommend you prepare answers to these following questions. Question 1, why do you want to work for us? Question 2, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time? Tell me what you know about the role. Why should we give the position to you and not someone else? Do you prefer working as part of a team, or are you better working alone? How do you deal with a difficult customer? How would you deal with conflict with a co-worker? Describe a situation when you have had to work under pressure. I see there have been some gaps in your employment. Can you explain these? Can you provide me with an example of a project you have had to complete and the obstacles that you've had to overcome? Now, if you would like to download example answers to all of these questions and all of the other toughest Microsoft Teams interview questions, then click the link in the top right hand corner of the screen right now. This will take you through to my website, howtobecome.com, where you can download these slides and get access to 21 Microsoft Teams interview questions and all of the high scoring answers to each question in a PDF guide. You can literally have access and the slides in your inbox within 2 minutes from now. And it's guaranteed to help you prepare effectively for your Microsoft Teams interview, and also, more importantly, put you ahead of the competition. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe, as I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible pass their job interviews, and I can only do that if you are subscribed. Please also hit that like button, as that encourages me to make more videos just like this one. And if you have any questions regarding any job interview, then please feel free to put these in the comment section below, where I will get back to you. And please do let me know the name of the specific job you're applying for, so I can give you the specific questions for you to prepare for. And finally, if you'd like to connect to me on LinkedIn, I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below. It's always great to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best for your interview. Have a great day.